or 9 o'clock. I did post off my portrait page, so it might have thrown a few people. Was just helping Mum out with a few things just before starting. I think you might agree with me, a bit nicer for her than being on live and sorting out a few bits. So I knew you guys wouldn't mind holding off a couple of minutes just while I sorted things out with her. So I'm just gonna catch up with the comments and see who we've got in. I know quite a few are waiting, so Choberton, very good evening. You've got to go back ASAP. I'm not sure if you're in then or you're on your way back. Dad's taxi is the best taxi there is. Andy, good evening. Langton, Finnerton, Brian, hope you're well. Tim, very good evening to you. Here we go, another live. As I told you, the church still isn't finished, so we are still here with the church. Don't worry, I know we dropped something there. I know there was a slight worry the other day, wasn't there, of whether I'd finished it, but don't worry guys, I am not unfaithful to you. It's just the only things I will do off of the lives with builds is certain bits that are repeats. So here I have got to finish these. Depending on tonight is whether I will do them on the live, but I thought it's better to go to the next step, which is the Lych Gate. So I think I just saw, was it Tim, you just saying, was it the last one? I think we are at the last one now, so I am just catching up with comments. So I'm saying you guys have all had chats between yourself, kept yourself busy. So, and Chris, Mystic Valley 56 as well, good evening. So yeah, if anyone ever sees a message from Prescott Portraits, that is me. That's just my portrait channel. It's one my YouTube signed into on my computer, so I was literally about to start when Mum came down, so that's why it was on that one, so I do apologise. Finnerton, you've run out of track. Well, we ran out of cork. And guess what Rob did again? Didn't you, dear? I'm just scrolling through, so just bear with me, guys. Flymo, good evening as well. And Tom, very good evening. Hope you're well, lovely. Oh, Rob broke the internet, yeah. He's usually the one that fixes it, to be fair. Oh, a few broken locos I'm seeing, not good. And Finnerton, what am I doing? Can we help? Oh, thank you, lovely. Ah, Choberton, you are online as well. You're back. Hello. And Tom, have we all hit the like button? Thank you for that. Ah, Rob, you posted for me. I don't think everybody knows my personal profile, so that might be why I probably just seem like someone tuning in, so. Rob, you're a responsible adult. Ah, Flymo, you getting dinner? Anything nice? Rob, would you like to... Oh, I've just seen it there. You didn't order the wrong cork again. So... yeah, guys, he did it again. He ordered cork, and again he ordered Engage, didn't he? So before we were away for a wedding, we were hoping to get on and get it all sorted, and it was like, nope, can't. So unfortunately there won't be another episode as such till we're back at the beginning of next week. However, we are going to John's after the wedding and helping him out with a few things. So there might be a little episode with his track and the stairs. So, which reminds me, Rob, we must pack the gimbal. Chopperton Anthony. I will try and remember that. Remember that. We know what I'm like, so you might have to tell me a few times. I do apologise. So, anyway, and did I see Hermitage Road? Very good evening to you. So, as I said, we're here with our church. I've not attached this yet. Apologies for nails as well. I'm kind of was almost there, realised the time, and then sorting out with Mum for going away. So anybody's got OCD, I'm so sorry. So this will be attached as well. Now we've decided what side, but we've had a little mock-up. Oh, they've come undone, Rob. I might need you to come and fix this for me, actually. I don't know, see if I can get it working. But I might be able to give you a little preview of what the lights look like. Obviously, we've still got to decide how many that we're going to put in. We've gone ahead with the LED strips. I realise what I can see and what you can see a bit more. We has light. Oh, yes, we do. We has light. As long as it stays connected while I put it in position. Jason, very good evening. Thank you for popping in though. Hope you're having a lovely evening out. So I'm just going to go dark for a minute. And as you can see, our little light here. I knocked the light off before your comment came through, Rob. I needed to see what I was doing. So this is the idea, as long as it doesn't move. Actually, now I put it in the dark, Rob, there's a lot more that you can see. So, as you can see here, it's lit up so well. It obviously looks better than via a phone. We are going to maybe have a few more lights. I know, like when Jason built his, he's realised that his is actually shorter. So we're going to have a play with how many light strips to have in there. At the moment, it's, put my teeth in, it's 3 that Rob has done. So I don't know about you, Rob, but I think maybe 1 more at least, just to cover. Caught my finger. Ow. So, and we have light at the end as well. The only thing we don't have is the top. We have light all round. As I said, guys, we are going to have a... Can I get closer? There we go. So this is only 3 LED strips at this point in time. As I said, we are going to have a play around with any more strips. It does light it up quite well now, looking in the dark. But I don't know, I think maybe 1 more, because there's a few windows that aren't quite lit up. But it is quite harsh in the middle, that's the only thing. Oh, 3 LEDs, 1 strip, sorry Rob. That's why you deal with the electrics and not me. So that's how we're hoping it to look at once it's sorted. We have light again. Just bear with me. Of course, I didn't just lock my phone trying to put it back into the holder. So now we've seen that, I'm just going to get that out. And yes, that's the plan, as Rob said. A little bit of kit bashing maybe for those top windows. And now I've seen it as well. Bright light. Also, the one thing I have thought, Rob, it's easier to say it here than after, isn't it, before I forget. I noticed down here it's quite a harsh light because of where the strip is. So the plan is maybe to, in here, build a little strip to attach it to. And then Rob, I'm thinking, is it worth us doing one at the bottom so it gets the bottom ones? And then the top ones up here to reach the top. I don't know. Because if I do it all off of there, the light isn't going to go down, so... Oh, I hear footsteps, guys. He might be coming down for this. Just bear with, guys.
Nope, I've just thought of it just as you've done it.
You just thought of it as I've done it? Oh,
Yep.
okay. What have you thought?
Mount them there.
Yes.
Do your little kit bashing strip across here,
Yeah.
a board about that big.
Yeah.
Put some tin foil on it to reflect it back.
Oh, that's true. Oh,
Well,
anyone else done that, guys? A bit of tin foil to reflect the light. Oh,
Anybody else's thoughts on that, as always, greatly appreciated.
no, it's come undone anyway. That's not.
Don't feed it after midnight and don't let it get wet.
And I've just seen Brian at Finnerton Blimey Greasers and her nails done. Well, I'm kind of missing 2 at the moment.
Plain white card reflectors can work. Didn't think of that. Thanks, Valley. Good idea.
Oh, but yeah, Brian, it's kind of, I didn't have enough time to attach the last 2. So when we finish the live, or if Rob does a point maybe that he's going to speak to you, I might get them attached, because it is my pointing finger and it's annoying me seeing an undone nail. But I thought, we're off for this wedding and taking a couple of days off work, so only stick-ons, but I thought, why not be a bit girly for once and actually have nails. So it is a weird size, I know.
Andy, foiled again.
Ah,
Dad jokes. Dad jokes.
he's one of the worst with them.
Oh, I don't know, he's got competition. There was another guy here the other day, commenting the other day, and he came out some really bad. Don't be. Don't.
I didn't tell you yesterday when we were shopping, there was a guy with a t-shirt, and Andy, you would love this t-shirt, and it had warning dad jokes.
No way.
Yeah. And I said to him, did you not see me say to a guy, like, put it shirt? I was like, I like your shirt.
So you chatted up another guy in front of me.
Oh, chatting us, I'm not allowed to comment to anyone now.
All right.
All these men that I'm talking to here as well.
I'm waiting for one of them to offer to take you out on a date.
No, that was a patient who offered me a fur coat as well. So these guys would have to up their game, a fur coat at least. Where are your toes before I wheel back and drive over your toes? So...
Have you turned that light off?
Yeah, I've unplugged it.
Okay.
Andy is just a reflection of his former self.
Brian, go away.
Oh, dear.
Please. I got a book of dad jokes to Christmas 2019. You sure it wasn't 1819?
Oh, I love these guys, though. It does make us laugh, doesn't
They
it?
are good, aren't they?
I will get my coat. Isn't it a hook off stage?
Yeah, that's what was great about Jason's live. It just shows the community, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we're very grateful that now a lot of his community is now part of our community.
That's their biggest regret, probably. They only come on to see what mistakes we can make next.
Oh, did you not see a description this time
No.
that I put about having building a kit, making mistakes?
Valleys are a man apart from the weekend. Hey, Valleys, is that also an OnlyFans thing?
Wait, does that mean he's going to try and pinch my nails if it's for the weekend?
As long as he doesn't touch my red handbag, he's all right.
Wait, I thought the blue one matched your eyes more.
No,
I thought we decided that.
No, the red. That's bloodshot eyes.
Oh dear,
I think they
guys.
might want you to get on with the build, you know.
No, I know. We've kind of digressed into talking. Can I have a bill, please? Oh. So, yes, I should start building, shouldn't I, guys? But yes, tonight is all about the Lych Gate. So, We shall see how this goes, guys. At least this is all on one sheet. This is what I like about this bit. Let's move it up. No, I don't think Jerry is in yet. No, I need Jerry. Although, to be fair, quite a lot of other people have got on well with and started helping me as well. So, but yes. So, as I said, the rest of the tower turrets, the last buttress, I haven't finished. I just haven't had time, and the capping stones. But I've looked at it this way. You guys have already seen me do it once. I just didn't want to bore you doing the same thing again. So it's kind of skipping a step. However, the Lych Gate itself is separate. Lich. It's a Lych Gate. They're not called Lych Gate, Rob. This is when someone says I'm wrong, but the church always used to call it the Lych Gate.
Well, how's it written on the sheet?
LYCH. Guys, you can tell us who's got the points on that one. I used to sing in a church choir many years ago. But yes, I'm thinking tonight will probably be the last part of the build on this one. And I already have a new kit ready to build. Now, some of the kits I will be building, I suppose, in one sense, they've already had a hint, haven't they, Rob? Well, some of them are on the layout, aren't they? What we have decided, guys, is it the castle? No, Tim, not yet. We are still eyeing the castle up. But we have kind of decided, just especially with it being a new layout and things, we're so grateful that we got the donated ones. However, some of them, you know, she did say herself, they've stood the test of time, you know, and we think as time goes on, we might, again, as well for lighting, especially for the lighting, we're going to look at replacing some of the big kits pre-made up with new kits to add the lighting in, rather than having to cut through. The only one we might have to cut through now is the fire station. We're still debating what we're going to do with that one, just because inside might look a little bland. Although the Empire State Building, that would be an interesting one to do for sure. Donegal, Dad Rail, very good evening to you. Lovely to see you again.
Well, some of the kits, no, we're going to have to find a way to replace doing the lighting, because some of the buildings are like brand new.
Well, that's what I mean. Some of them are really good, but there are some, like the one we've got next, we've already got.
Yeah.
It did need, that one was battered. So yeah,
that one will look good with lights.
Yeah. There is something we need to buy as well. I think I need to read the instructions, but I have a feeling you need to buy something to go in it.
No, I saw that.
I think
we can use one that's already on the layout.
Okay, I didn't know if you wanted a brand new, because it's and still mess it up. Oh, of course, Andy, I always mess up, let's be honest, and that's just for kit builds. So yeah, let's get started, otherwise I'm probably boring you guys. That's the Lych Gate. As I said, it's brilliant that it is all on one sheet, so I can't go too wrong. I've said those famous last words, haven't I? Can't go too wrong. That's not cut through. I've got to say, the one thing I have found with this kit, it's a little bit, whether they had a fault while doing it, some of these lines are not cut the best. Where have we not gone? Right, fits the back steps here. Make sure the black side uses it flush with the base of the card. Fold in half along this square and glue 2 halves back to back. Make sure all edges are flush. Right, let's make sure I fold it the right way this time, guys, because look at last time when I ended up folding it the wrong way and breaking it.
Well, just be patient and watch the comments.
No, I was just saying that after that time when I bent it the wrong way.
Yeah, just be patient and watch the comments.
Don't, that Q word is banned in our profession. Someone says it on shift and they're definitely paying the cake fines, that's for sure. So we need that. And then we need our steps here as well. The only problem with nails again is it's been that long since I've worn them, is getting used to them again. Right, so these are the two parts I need for the first start. Oh, I don't mind you using that word now. But there will be someone somewhere, especially someone on medical is watching on shift. Jeez. They would definitely curse me. So both these are glued to make them thick. That double thickness. So again, that's something I've always admired with these kits. As I said, they're just so well built. And as we found out, Jason actually sent us pictures. That's going to need a needle through. Yeah, he sent us through the pictures. They have actually updated the church itself. So I think it was something to do with the support and strengthening. So the kits have actually changed as well, which would be interesting if anybody has the instructions of the older kit. It would actually be interesting to see what dates were on those ones. Oh, that's not worked. I can't get my glue to Ian Fraser, very good evening. Have you been on our channel before? Evening. Ugh. Ian. I apologise if you have. My brain is like a sieve. Ah, there we go. We have glue. You guys can laugh at me stumbling with these nails. Maybe I should have done it after the live. Although that's not lining up as brilliantly as I would like. Even though it's folded exactly where it is. Oh, that's a little bit bizarre. There might have been, I don't know, a slight misprint there. Because that is all lined up. You have this, like, this is here purposely. But there's a slight edge at the top. Oh God, we're talking about OnlyFans again. See, as long as he doesn't steal my shoes, I'm fine about it. Whatever he wants to wear, I don't mind at all. See, the nice, supportive other half I am. Valleys. If you did OnlyFans, you'd be the only person to lose money. Oh, you never know. There's so many people with different interests in this world. All depends what you'd be offering, I suppose. Right, and habit again, even though I'm not using my PVA, it's still habit for me to go in and... No, the amount of lives I've done, I'm still never happy with my camera angle. So bear with, guys. Oh, who you going on a date with, Rob? Oh, no, that's just made that worse. My holder's a bit temperamental. Hopefully you can see this, guys. If it does go out of view, please let me know. Yeah, I know you get motion sickness, Rob, but you know how iffy this can be sometimes. Bear with, guys. I'm sorry. It's having a hissy fit. A real hissy fit. Jesus. I would look away from your screen for a minute, guys. It's not happy. Nope. Oh, I'm going to throw this in a minute. If not, I might have to get Rob to... he can be my holder for the evening. What do you guys think? I'm sorry, you're getting such a lovely view here, of course. Sorry, guys. Just bear with me 2 seconds. This holder can be a real pain in the behind sometimes. I've just got to twist it. I've got to say, it's not the best holder in the world that I found. It was an Amazon purchase, but it's forever going loose. Maybe Rob, you can do one of your fixes, because it's not liking me at the minute for sure. There we go. I think I've got it. I'll give you guys the running commentary. Make sure I don't press the buttons and turn it off. There we go.
What have you done?
It's, you know, it's always been temperamental.
And you're just mental.
Yeah, this is true. It's always been this bit here.
No,
It's always been funny.
at some point, but you're actually giving people motion sickness.
Yeah, that's why I then put it on the floor. Because I thought it was a bit better than giving has the same dressing gown on as me.
Hello, Jerry.
Well, I am purple mad.
Thank God Jerry's here. Please, Jerry, put her in bloody order.
Purple is my colour, so yeah, if you've got a purple dressing gown, then definitely we will match. So anyway, now I've got the camera sorted. Sorry guys, I'm out of practice, aren't I? So Jerry, very good evening to you as well. You've come in just, even though I've been live for half an hour, it seems to have just been one of those days. I didn't start for 15 minutes, bless the man, so you've appeared and hopefully you will be here for any mistakes I make. But so the Lych Gate, we are building up steps. That's got that one there. So that's pretty easy, this one, I think. He's just lining it up. So I'm just going to double check. Yeah, that's definitely the right way. I can't go wrong there, I don't think. So we're just going to sort our glue out. You just, guys, love that little bit of silence while I'm concentrating. I know Rob will say yes. I think I've actually lined that up pretty well. We are all lined up and good to go. With the luck I'm having this week, you won't want me. Oh, Jerry, I'm sorry. I hope you're all okay. Rob always tries to be brave. Oh, Jerry. Oh, yeah, that's something we forgot to mention on the video, wasn't it, Rob? The little green loco of Rob's that's, to be honest, got us through a lot of it. Since the very beginning, decided to die, so it's currently in hospital. And yeah, Rob, it's true, actually, loads of people were talking at the beginning, weren't they, of trains dying, so maybe it's a certain someone. Look at Jason's live, and his line's constantly coming to a halt. Maybe somebody is playing havoc with everybody's trains. But yes, I think just going past garden steps, fold in half. Oh no, I've already done that. Take one half of the outer walls, fit it around the base. Notice it's either side of step sides, fold around the right. Right, for the outer walls. There we go. I don't know if you can see that, guys. Oh, you think he's Jason's layout's haunted? Oh, I wondered if it was someone else playing games last night. But it's spooky, isn't it, how things happen? Very spooky indeed. So at this point, I think it's just a thin one. It's not any strengthness. Oh no. Put the other half. Ah, you add the strengtheners after. That's interesting. What would people, anybody that has built this, what would you say? It's getting you to attach one of the side walls to the base and then add the strengtheners. I'm using my pointing finger. But it's saying add the strengtheners after. Would you go ahead and do the strengtheners now before you attach it, or would you do it after? What did people find work for them? I know a couple of you have done this church before. Seems like it wants you to build it from the inside, so... Right, so I've got one Brian saying doing it now. Because I notice one of them does want you to attach the gate, so... Tuning in. Mystic. I think we've all done that, haven't they? So I feel honoured that you're risking getting in trouble at work just to catch in and say hello. So it is appreciated, but don't get yourself in trouble now. So yes, I think I am going to build up at least one side of these structures. It just seems a bit more fiddly when it's already in to do it, personally for me. So I think I am, unless anybody has done it before and says no, speak now, or for have, what's the saying in Michelle's, speak now, forever hold your peace. Because now would be the time to say something. So I think one side at a time. So definitely not cut as well on this kit, I find. It'd be interesting if anybody has built a newer one and found the same as well. You know, even on these, I don't usually have to add a nick to them, so. All of them are, as if they haven't all fully etched properly. People look like they're talking in French for me. So, parlez-vous français? I cut near the table. Where did I cut near the table? The table's covered. You get me worried again. Oh dear. So I hope I haven't cut near the table. It's completely covered. Please don't tell me I've cut near the table. Unless, Brian, you're just doing it to wind me up. And also give Rob a heart attack, I would suppose. So. Right, fit the other half of the walls. Right, we'll do that bit after. I'd side, brace them inside, use the inner side walls. Where's the inner side walls? Oh, so we've got inner side walls as well. 3 inner door frames are fastened together as follows. Fix G1 and G2 together, back to back. Then fit G1 to G2, keeping it. Huh? Surely it's this way. Okay, the weird thing is the picture here shows it back to front because this is the one with. So it doesn't look like this way is right though. That's a little weird thing. I'm just gonna see. This looks like the right way, but now these are all different sizes as well. Anybody notice that? It's got 1, it's got 2, it's got 3. For some reason you put the third backwards. I kind of don't understand why. But I suppose it will become more apparent as we go on. I'm assuming I've got that right, guys. Hey, Jason. Right, we're going to go with this. We're just going to do this first one up. some reason that one is bigger. Whether again it's poor inside. So these two are like you would normally, and I don't know why I put a dot at the top because this is shorter. I've just realised that I'm so used to all the kits fitting nicely together. That won't actually work at the top. So let's get rid of that right at the top because that is kind of pointless. So I'm just going to keep these flush at the bottom. My trick, as people have taught me, is pushing it on the bottom to make sure it keeps flush. There we go. That seems to be about right. We've built that there up now. Hey Jason, it's not a problem. I know you usually check back anyway. But I do want to say I know a lot of people were there anyway, but you did amazing on the live last night. It was a really lovely thing to do. But it was spooky how everything kept dying. That was just really weird. A lot of people talking about versions of the layout again. I don't think we've even fully decided, you know. So you've got G1 and G2 on top of each other like normal. This is where it is slightly different from some of the other kits. You're then flipping it round, which is, this is what's kind of thrown me. And you attach this to here, even though that's on the back. So I'm not quite sure why that's printed. I'll have a tea, thank you, Andy. So, as I said, yeah, that's a little bit bizarre why you do that. But as you can see, it's really not going to work that way. So, you lose it all anyway. So, I'm not quite sure why this is in. But this one flips around and goes this side. It's unusual, that's for sure. Yes, part 3 will be visible. Oh, fair enough, Jerry. I suppose it's, you look through it, don't you? So it's... No, it isn't actually Rob making the drinks. It's Andy. He's gone off for a coffee. So I've just put my order in. Maybe he can get you one as well. Not sure it'll be nice and cold by the time it gets to you. But then I'm not sure my cup of tea would be warm enough either. Unless he puts it in a travel mug. Ah, Sydney. Hello, lovely. Hope you're keeping okay. And don't be sorry at all. At the end of the day, it's everyone has their lives outside of a model railway. We understand that. Let's be honest, I've not been able to do it myself this week because of being away with work. So that's why I thought I would pop on tonight and do a live before this weekend, because it is another mad one. So that is the first part of the Lych Gate. As I said, people have actually recommended tonight. It tells you to attach this first, and then the usual rigmarole of folding it round. We know how I love these steps, of course. Because these fold in. And then it wants you to attach, but I'm debating with everyone Oh, I don't know. I might build it up and then attach that one, actually. Okay. No worries, missus. Sorry, guys. Just Mum telling me the cat's there because she will dart out. When we go to open window of an evening, she will dart out if you don't know she's there. So, always better to be warned. It's like a baby, Jason. And is that Valleys? Good evening, lovely. Thank you for tuning in. Ah, Chris is Valleys. Right. And Choberton, you're Anthony, aren't you? I'm trying. I am trying to get there. Although I am very trying, I'm sure Rob will say that. So let's just get this glued up. I am going to do side by side. That's probably the easiest. Although I've obviously added way too much more glue there than I need. Oh, it wouldn't be me if it wasn't done right, would it? Hey guys, this is me we are talking about. I've added way too much glue along the line than I actually needed. And Sydney, yes, this is still the church. This is the end part of the church now. We are nearing the end of it. This is just the Lych Gate. Clean up a bit of excess there. Yeah, this is the Lych Gate. The rest of it, I don't know. I think on lives you can go back, can't you? If anybody can timestamp for Sydney, maybe we actually showed it being lit up. Rob's kind of made a little temporary light so people actually got to see it lit up. Robert Fox, good evening. I'm not sure if I've seen you here before. We've got Aaron as well. A few names I've not fully recognised, and I apologise if you have before and you've just knocked Copidex on the carpet. Oh dear. Is that you in trouble with a missus? You're building, and Aaron is building an outhouse. Didn't fancy trapezing up the loft hatch, so delayed building them out until October. I see live YouTubers and chats to keep me going. Oh, Aaron, well, you're more than welcome. It is a lovely community here. I'm very thankful, actually, to Jason at Barnabas. He shouted us out one evening. Next thing we know, we had a load of people get in touch saying they'd found our channel. We had no idea at that point who Jason was, bless him. I put too much glue on again. But from that, his community has followed to become part of our community, and it is a brilliant bunch here. We are very lucky, the community we have here. Delta Oned, hello Grace, hello. Very good evening. I'm seeing a few new names in here, I think, tonight. Ah, there we go, Sydney. Rob's just said if you skip back to 4052, you can see the lights lit up. However, as one of our patrons, I'm sure we can look at maybe doing a little video, do you think, Rob? So we can get it sent across to Sydney. Just so he's got it there to see rather than missing more of a live. Maybe look at doing that for you in the morning before we head out, if you wanted, Sydney. I was going to say, I am noticing a few new names here tonight. So for anybody new, a very big welcome to the channel. It is absolutely lovely to see new faces on here. It's brilliant to see we're getting out, reaching more people around the world as well. I think we had France, we had all over last one. So it is lovely to see. Just a few things about us. If you haven't seen our videos, then feel free to, after the live, head to our channel. You'll see our journey from a complete start to the beginning. But the lives are more about me building the kits that will be included in the layouts. And it's for us also an opportunity that we annoy more people around the world, you mean? Yeah, this is true. But this is a way as well to get everybody the chance to chat to everyone and everything like that. So it's absolutely lovely to have people involved in that and have a good chat, while the slightly more boring bits, I suppose, like me gluing this morning. Put the sides on first. Jerry, yeah, I saw that it mentioned one side, but I've asked a couple of people possibly before you dropped in. They said about adding the strengtheners before, so I wasn't sure where to go to that. And Sydney, yes, this is Robin Valley is Rob's personal one, and I know earlier I stuffed people up because I was delayed on my Prescott portraits, which is my personal one.
Brian, well, everybody with Rob will do, but Rob's my own personal account.
Robin Valley.
And Robin Valley, basically it comes from a village where I used to live, and it's literally translating to English as Rob in Valley, as in Valley. It's just a bit of Welsh, that's all, just ignore it. I answer to anything as long as it's polite. And someone did mention about the sides as well, Grace. I think you need to read that bit.
Sides? You mean Jerry?
Was it Jerry?
Yes, it was Jerry. Jerry's never going to see me wrong, is he?
I don't know what he meant about the sides, like, but...
Because here, this is what I asked people earlier. You've got these sides. Now, this step gets you to put this first half on.
Yeah.
Then on continued, it gets you to fit the other half of the walls and push the side walls together.
Yeah, you just lost me completely. Just
this is why I build the kits, guys. Marin, very good evening, lovely. But yes, anyway, for anybody know, we do these lives as a way to build the kits, so if anybody hasn't before, they can look back and watch them. I would recommend leaving it on 1 minute or 2 in case I stuff up. That's another part of a live, is me stuffing up and people like Jerry backing me out.
It's social, isn't it?
Yes, but the biggest thing is that community, and everyone chats on here, and we've helped people out. The community have helped people out, which is why anyone new as well, Finniton Central on YouTube has created a Finniton Central Facebook page. If anybody at Rob's away from his, if someone wouldn't mind tagging it, it's where a lot of the community on here are actually on this group as well. So if you ever have any questions or anything, head over to Finniton Central on Facebook. And Finniton, you've done it yourself. Thank you, Brian.
He's an admin. He's a moderator, isn't he?
Yeah. That is a great place to go to, guys. Off of the lives, obviously you can ask us questions anytime. We'll always get back to comments. But if you want more experienced people than ourselves, definitely head to Finniton's Facebook page. It's a lovely community. The only thing he does ask is, can people please answer the questions? It's just set up as a bot thing. So even if you haven't got a layout as such, or you're looking, just put in there, because it does ask your gauge that you're looking, you know, what gauge you're looking to do maybe. But if you don't answer those questions,
Rabbit.
you won't be accepted.
You're
yeah,
rabbiting.
I am rabbiting, I know. We have a growler.
A what?
A growler Blackwood N-gauge layout.
Oh, so he'll be interested in the next one, won't he?
Yeah. The growler, actually, funny we've got you in. Our next episode is going to be over at John's N-gauge layout. So hopefully you will enjoy looking out for that one. Grace, if you put the inner doors first, it will block the side wall support. Jerry, this is why you are my biggest support on this. You just... So, guys, the question has been answered. Yes, this has been made up, Iglesias. This goes on last. Yeah, again, anybody knew Jerry is always backing me out of these things. So I have to cut my inner side walls. Where's my blade that you were playing around with?
There.
Away from where I need it. And right.
I forgot I'm not allowed to play with sharp things, am I?
No, you're not allowed to play with sharp things. Oh, how weird. I'm assuming that's the roof, but it's not got what it is. Oh, I didn't think of that one. So thanks to Jerry, guys. I suppose you can build up the supports before, but apparently if you put them in before the inner side walls, which again are strengthened as such as well, you won't be able to fit them in. So, oh, Flymo's put it as well. Please, anybody that joins the groups. The main thing I have learnt watching you guys is if I want to build any of the buildings, is send them to you and let you build them. Sydney, you know what? Maybe in the future it's something I can do for people. I don't know at this current time. It's a bit manic, but you never know if it's something I can help people out with. Maybe it's maybe something we can look at doing for the future if there's enough interest, maybe.
What's
Although
that? I missed that.
He's just said about sending the kits to me.
Oh,
It's
right.
the one thing he's learnt from watching these lives. Although, Sydney, I would say you're definitely brave wanting to send them to me with how my lives go, but...
Yeah, I will say on top of what Flymo's just said as well, this isn't just about watching Grace do a build, this is about everybody chatting amongst themselves. If you've got a link to your own... oh, hello, that's popped up.
Yeah, I tell you, it keeps popping up.
Just remind me that. If you've got a link to your own YouTube page, just drop it in, help yourself, we're not that precious. What are you laughing at?
What we just said.
What?
It keeps popping up. Guys, we're not being rude here. It's on the computer for Adobe Flash Player. That's
And that
what
makes it
keeps
work,
popping
Adobe
up.
Flash Player. And our OnlyFans link is...
Oh dear.
Guys, take your foot out your mouth.
Can you grab my drink from the kitchen, please, as well?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh dear. So let's catch up with a few comments because this is the thing I've seen.
I will say my OnlyFans page isn't as popular as Brian's.
No, I've heard Brian's is quite popular. Soapboxing over Flymo. Which one was that? I've missed that one. Finneton, not a problem. It's a great Facebook page, so of course I'm going to mention it, and it's a lovely community here, so you know, if we can continue that community off lives so people get the chance no matter where they are in
I
the
thought
world.
Brian was going to give us a 25% cut.
A 25% cut on what? It's a Facebook page.
He's not charging.
Oh, are you talking about his OnlyFans again?
No, his Facebook page.
Oh, his Facebook page. Well, you can sort that out with him. Jerry PG-13. Ah, guys, it was your mind that went there. We were talking about a computer program. Your menu those are fantastic. I know, I've never got an innocent mind. I'm staying in that gutter. It's nice and warm and I like it. Ah, soapbox isn't a bad thing occasionally, Flymo. So, on Jerry's, not screech at me, but definitely making sure that I see it. We're going to add these in first. Oh, the growler, definitely the cold. Oh, I miss what that's about. Does that kind of make what we're talking about worse? Because that wouldn't happen, would it, if it was cold? Oh, jeez, I've just seen the growlers keeps popping up. This channel might go places. Again, are we talking innuendo or are we talking seriously? I'm not sure at this point. Langton Road, I've just seen your comment to Flymo. Would you kindly give mine a little plug? I'm at 197. The 200 milestone is just a stone's throw away. Well, guys, it's been done for us. So I definitely want to help you up. Everyone, Langton Road, he's at 197. Head over to his channel. Let's get him to his 200 milestone and let's see what we can do to get him higher, guys. You helped us, guys. So, Rob, are we following? Yeah.
Yeah, have been for a while.
Oh, okay. That was what I meant to ask you. I see that on the description.
Ages ago.
Oh, you didn't tell me. Delph's just joined the chat anyway. Delph, I apologise. I didn't realise you were subscribing to us on YouTube. I didn't realise. I'm sorry.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realise.
I
You
told
didn't
you.
tell. No, you didn't tell me.
Just ignore her, Pete. She's being Grace.
I've been away.
Yeah, you still have access to your phone.
How often have I been on my phone?
Now use that word that you hate.
Out on the golf course.
You use the word that you hate and say sorry to Pete.
Considering I had to have Wi-Fi
Say sorry, Pete.
and out on the course, how's that possible?
Sorry, Pete.
I'll say sorry to anyone else than you. So, the Delph Junction, I do apologise. I didn't realise until I was setting up this live that you had become a member subscriber, whatever the name for it is on YouTube. So thank you very much. We do also have a Patreon in tonight as well. So again, for anyone new, we do have Patreon and YouTube subscriber. I don't know what the name of it is on YouTube. The links are on the description. But again, they are purely there. If people want to support us in that way, we're obviously very, very grateful. It will all go into the layout. But if you don't, it doesn't matter because we love people's comments and we love people's help so far. So if you want to support us this way, as I said, we're more than grateful, but we're not pushing anyone to. I just thought I'd mention it tonight with it coming up. So thank you to that. And Delph as well. Thank you very much, lovely. I never realised until tonight. So, Jerry, don't worry, I saw. Put the other outside on wall first. So put the other outside wall and then these, right. Because it just, again, needs older instructions. So for anybody seeing it with these, you've already built your first bit up and then it continues over. So you fit the other half of the walls to here first. Then you attach your inner side walls. And then you go ahead and add your door frames in. Jerry has just said that if you kind of do other bits first, you won't fit certain bits in. So make sure you follow this step to a T. Some of them you can get away with. Geez, not to be confused with G-Car Grey. Okay, that worries me. I hope I've done that right. Too late now. And Delph. Oh no, please, Pete, don't feel unloved. I've not really been on my phone. Who are you trying to get to 100 subs, Finniston? I did see your post. So we've got another one, Burton Central 3933. That's another channel, guys. So a couple of the admins, I think, tonight, if you want to shout out a couple of channels, please feel free to. As I said, we want to help support people like you guys have supported us. So please feel free. And as long as I see them, I will shout them out as well. Or Rob can come tell me that I need to shout them out. So... oh, I'm seeing the DCC and DC debate. We are staying as DC for now. I think that might be something that later down the line when we have a lot of the layout done. It can be another add-on, can't it? So for now, we're sticking to DC. However, you never know in the future. DCC might come with. Delph, what are you not? What you're not blaming Rob for? You're blaming me instead because you don't like me anymore. Yes, Sydney, you were the patron that I just mentioned. Yes, Sydney there's commented. So, yeah, Sydney as well is over on our Patreon. He has joined us yesterday. We have a few others. Again, they are always credited, depending on the tiers, are credited on the comments as well. So I think, Sydney, your name should be showing on there as well. And Delph, obviously, yours is, that's how I realised tonight. But Sydney, please check the description, because I'm sure your name should be showing on there. It is a bit different from videos, because I'm not sure how, unlike other lives, yet to do like a kind of welcoming screen. Once we figure that out, you will go there, but you should be there in the comments. So if you can't see it, please let me know, but you are showing it on mine. Ah, you all love me. I'm not sure, is it ringing in my ears? You just got that used to it now, yeah? It's hard to keep up with the comments sometimes. No, Sydney, not a problem. It's always good to check. Which, with you wanting to check, I did send you a message on there thanking you for your support. Did you get it? Patreon, we find, depending which device, you do have to reset. We did actually send you a message on there, so kind of a little bit worried whether you got that message or not now. We've wanted to check with us. So the only thing I can suggest on that is, if you end it on your phone or wherever it's on, yeah, end it on the phone, bring it up again. If you're still not receiving it, let us know and we can try and figure it out. Are these live chats every Wednesday night? Well, unfortunately, Aaron, we're not in the luxury between work, ma'am. There's a lot of things for us that kind of get in the way, so we can't really schedule as such. I do try to get on a Saturday day live. That is one I do try and do regularly. Tuesday nights, unlike the first one that I did, usually that is Barnabas Junctions, although he is having a break for a while, so I am yet to ask him if he is okay for me to fill space if I manage to get that day to do a live. That is our only thing. We just can't really plan them with the things at the moment. But we do try and give a little bit of warning. It really does vary. I do try and give at least like half an hour's notice. It's just unfortunately not at this point in time something that we can go guarantee and say, yes, it's happening. It's kind of the way the lives do go, though, sometimes. There's a lot of chat, but again, this is part of the community, is that just sometimes it just gets to chatting. But that's what I know a lot of people do like about these lives, is building the kits, but the chats as well. So, yeah, definitely, Aaron, keep an eye on the notifications. We tend to also post to our Facebook page and the communities tab. So if you're on Facebook, it's RGJ Trains as well. So for anybody else that's new, we are on Facebook as well. Oh, sorry guys, I'm really thirsty there. Shouldn't have had it in a bottle. But yeah, as I said, for new ones, we are on Facebook as well. And I'm hearing a talk of a puppy. Rob, are you getting me a puppy? Are you getting me a puppy? I won't say no. So, as per the instructions of this one, this is going on first before the supports and the sidewall. So, no, Andy has one. Oh, I thought you were buying me a puppy. Self-retired. So every day is Saturday. I'll keep a lookout for you in Jobble and Down to Earth. Also right at the start of your build. Yeah, we've got quite a way to go. We would have been a bit further on today if somebody might have ordered the right gauge cork again. Love you really, dear. So that did put delays. So instead it was for gardening. Not the patio. He is behaved at the moment, so the patio isn't being done at the moment. But yeah, I do try and get a Saturday day. Obviously, this weekend, because we are away, that usual Saturday won't be happening. But the Saturdays tend to be the more regular ones that we can manage. Just with everything and work. Unfortunately, the evening ones are very much, you know, some weeks they are on this day, that day. It really does vary. So I would love to be able to say we're doing them this day. We're not quite at that stage yet. So, but definitely the Saturdays are, it's usually a Saturday day, what, about 11, 12-ish, Rob, I think those tend to be. As I said, obviously not this week, though. But that tends to be the most regular. I think I might need a little dash more of glue, because that's not stuck. Yeah, as Rob said, we don't like to step on toes. That was the first live, I think. Was it? No, it's a first live after. I think we'd had the shout out from Jason over at Barnabas, and people were tuning in and watching. And then they said, "Oh, we're multitasking. We're watching Jason's as well." I was like, "Oh, geez, I didn't even realise at this point when he went live." So everyone, to be fair, was multitasking and watching both our channels, and Jason was lovely about it, but I did feel a little bit guilty. I was like, I didn't mean to. Yeah, at the end of the day, it was lovely that everyone did stick in to watch them both, but I know it's harder when you've got one that you want to watch. So Brian at Finison, we're not actually streaming Saturday. We are, oh, that's the point actually, Rob. That's actually, you've just commented as well, great minds. Actually, that's a very good point, guys. Keep your eyes peeled, is all I can say on the Facebook and the communities tab. It's something obviously we'd have to discuss with John, because it's at his, depending what the plan is for the days we're there. But you never know, it might be a different kind of live on Saturday then. We will get back to you on that one. I'm not sure that's something we could make a decision right now, so definitely, yeah, definitely keep an eye, see how that goes, because I'm not sure we know at this point. So next, for our inner side walls, I've been gas bagging a lot tonight, so I do apologise, guys. I don't know how you guys cope with me. How does this look? Oh, this is going to be fiddly, isn't it? Here we go, guys. Next laugh is me at these fiddly bits. You know how much I love these. So let's look for the tweezers. No, not actual tweezers. Why is it whenever you want a tool, you don't know where it is? I've lost my really great pair of tweezers. What was discussed enough? Yeah, that's definitely true. Last night on Jason's was really, it was a lot, as you said. The community came together. But yeah, a thumbs down was just disgusting. I don't get why people would do that. I now get what Rob was saying was disgusting. You know, it's a memorial for someone, and there's people thumbs down, and I get people thumbs down. We've had a few on our videos. According to Jason, it doesn't actually do a lot anyway. It just doesn't recommend their pages for you. But to do it on a memorial was just, yeah, just leave it, you know. Oh yeah, Jason gets it a lot. That's a bit. I honestly don't get why people do it. I'm saying someone will go and do it now tonight just to play muckery, but I think we had a few off. I think somebody, but at the end of the day, we just went there. Same attitude as Jason, really. I think at the end of the day, it's people's choice if they want to play that game. We're really not fussed. We have a great community in you guys. And I've noticed there is the lip here, which I'm assuming is for later on with the roof. Oh, I've never noticed that. Thumbs down before it's even started. Yeah, it's just people. Yeah, I suppose with the algorithm, it's just people engaging, isn't it? I don't tend to do as much with my portraits at the moment, but I remember doing a live stream with my portraits one day, and there must have been kids. I'm not sure if you can remember it, Rob, talking about grubber nails and things like that. Well, haha, I got my nails done, apart from my little ones, which I will sort after, but it was just, they were going on about grubber nails, and obviously people were defending me, but I just thought it helps my algorithm because people are commenting and engaging. So these people that want to try and do these things, it's not no skin off the back of my nose. At the end of the day, if they want to help my algorithm, well, go ahead. That's the way I look at it. But it does make you feel sad, really, for these people if that's all they have to do in their lives. So we've now attached our side walls, as well as the whole building is now together. Yeah, you can. Yeah, it helped my algorithm, so I'm not complaining. Which one are you talking? Are you talking about our previous one we had on here, Rob? It's disgusting, people's comments, you know. I don't get why people do it, but if people want to comment, it is engaging. But like Rob said with me, he was defensive, and I would only be the same if it was against him. And it does get to people. Yeah, I think we're very much here, guys, the same kind of impression. We're just, why people are like it, I don't know. So, we're now going to add, Jerry, I see what you mean. In one sense, I'm like, do I even need to glue it? It is. If you guys like your innuendos tonight, this is a very tight fit. So I'm definitely glad I listened to Jerry on that one. Because I don't know, I possibly, when gluing it, I could have done it the wrong alignment. So it wouldn't have gone in. But that is literally that great a fit. In some sense, you think, do you even need to bother gluing it, to be honest? I obviously will. But yeah, it's definitely better to build everything first. And this is what I say to people in future. Just watch my video for a minute or two before you go with the next step. So yeah, exactly, Brian. innuendos are fine and a bit of banter, but there is a line. You know, we've had comments, different things, a lot towards me, which, wow, a female that's into model railway. But, you know, it's just stupid. I just, you know, we've had people comment, you know, saying Rob's a lucky bloke and things like that. And yeah, we chuckle at that. But it's some of the comments that go a bit further that you just think, that's just, you wouldn't go up to someone in the street and say it. So just because you're behind a keyboard, do you really think, do you really feel brave enough? Because no one can see you. But that's the way the world is going, unfortunately, I think. So, guys, for this very tight fit, it is actually, so I would definitely, and make sure your bottom is tucked in as well, because once this glue dries, you're obviously going to be a bit stuffed on that, and you're lining up with the fit from having the side walls. To be honest, it pretty much does fall in line with itself anyway. That is our first side done, so I just need to glue the other three. Tight fit bottom. Well, Rob, everyone will probably think that's you to blame with me saying that, isn't it? Got a bit LAC strip. Oh dear. Has he sent you the link? I've actually got some messages to catch up from you, haven't I? On the Facebook page, if I'm not mistaken. That video, I'm awful with my phone nowadays. I don't tend to go on it as much. The amount of times I'm even missing messages from John because I'm just... Rob has to poke me sometimes. And he says, "Oh, answer John, pick up your phone." But I will get round to looking at them as well. My Virginia is. Oh dear. I think that's what people do like, though. We just, you know, it's good to have that banter. You know, it's just not taking it that step past that line, isn't it? And that's the OnlyFans page. And of course, that's Rob's OnlyFans. I don't have one. Growler, engage layout, good night, thank you for tuning in. There was a channel I was watching it with inappropriate names flying in. Wait, the schools didn't go back in 20. Or is no one under everyone that's a host read out the chat? Ugh. Yeah, kids do get on, isn't it? That's the only problem. That was definitely, I think, looking back at my drawing live stream that day, it was a bunch of kids. You know, because you had one saying these things and then someone, "Oh, it's my friend and they've got issues," and they're probably there sat with each other giggling to themselves. Ah. Is you and the Growler Blackwood Endgage loadout? I'm trying to get there with names. I really am. As we know, I'm not very good at names, but I'm very trying as well. Right, so make sure I get these correct. These two are here. Not sure I will remember his name, only because it's only just at the end that I've realised. I think Anthony is Choberton, formerly also... Oh, what was your previous YouTube? Oh, it's off the tip of my tongue. Oh, that's going to bug me now what your previous YouTube was as well. Jerry, problem is I can't use age as my excuse. Maybe it's just I'm a blonde, really. I always say I'm a Malteser. Brown on the outside and blonde inside. Can that be my excuse? I'm just a blonde. Grace, I have a hairy lump on my foot. Any suggestions? Yes, Andy, I have the best suggestion ever to cure you of your problem. Bring that lump, bring it to us, and we will take care of it. And not quite dispose, but give it tender loving care, and you won't have to deal with it again on your foot, that's for sure. Because we'll take care of it. Do you think that's a good plan of action for your treatment? Careful when you put the cross on, Grace, it breaks easily. Ah, that is handy to know. Thank you very much for that. I will definitely make sure I take care of them. I'll pick up. That's what I want. That's what I mean. It's handy when people have made these kits before. It says what I love about this community, especially people bailing me out of not making these kits as... Oh, it's his son's dog. Cute. And Sydney, Grace is really good with a scalpel. Well, that's why Rob never gets on my bad side when I've got the scalpel, I think. In fact, he usually actually makes me a cup of tea when I'm doing these for some reason. GWR Buckley. Very good evening. Hope you're okay, my love. It's gone a bit wonky. Oh, that's a bit weird. No, it's just my eyes. Raymond Legs. I think you might be new tonight, so very welcome if you are. AHM used to sell cardboard kits. To be honest, I get a lot of people seem to be commenting here. Love, just obviously we're very new to all these kits, but love people seem to have for Metcalfe kits, saying a lot of the other kits, these are the bee's knees. Never one everyone seems to go for, just in build and that. So I don't know what stage you are with builds or whether you're an avid builder, I'm not sure. But a lot of people definitely always talk about Metcalfe are superior to other brands. Don't know if that's actually something that's going to make a difference in your conversation or whether I'm just catching it kind of halfway through. Oh, start machinery, brilliant. I'm kind of itching to start with the scenery, but you'll never guess what Rob did today, because I know some of you have caught in later since that news. Hey, Rob dear. Ooh. is me not reading the instructions properly. I know, I've just realised I forgot the gates. That was me trying to, that was me trying to say about Rob, wasn't it? Is that my bit of karma right there? I'm going to go for these ones. This glue's still going. Yeah, this glue's still tepid as such. Tepid? That's the temperature of water. Oh dear. So yes, guys, before you go ahead with this bit, I'm testing you, of course. I'm testing Jerry, as I always am. I am very testing myself. You've got to attach the gates before you glue this on. Oopsie. That is entirely my fault. But hey guys, I don't think it would be alive with at least one mess up. We were doing so well. P, you're definitely on Rob's side, aren't you? I've still not checked out a video. I know, I'm awful. I'm terrible. I will check it out at some point, I promise. Rob, mate, I think, Rob, you're going to have to make sure I do this weekend. Oh, pardon me. So, backtracking a bit. These are gates. Now, I've not actually had much to do with the laser cut. The only laser cut I had was with the fire station doors. So this will definitely be interesting. I don't know when I built that, if it was the cutting out itself. But I found it went very, the fire doors just, oh, they was, I was scared to lift them or touch them, really. I got half back on one corner. I did tell up here. Yeah, I know. I will look at it.
I think that camera battery, I'll start again. I think that camera battery is shafted.
Oh dear. I thought you always had one that was a bit dodgy.
Lesson learned. Don't get a 27 quid battery for an 1800 quid camera.
And there ends thy lesson. Also, don't try and big you up for buying the wrong gauge cork and then stuff up myself.
Karma, bitch. Oh, just swore on the line.
You did.
Sorry, guys.
You're going to get me banned. Although I think swearing is allowed. Oh, look, I'm on the gaming live streams. They're always swearing.
Yeah, but I think you have to...
Do we have to put a warning in?
I think you do, actually, if you want to advertise it.
If anybody knows, just let us know if we need to add a warning about swearing. Well, no, as for thumbs down, we're not exactly sure who it is. You don't know exactly who thumbs them down. We just have an idea. Possibly someone had their back up after we called them out for comments. Was that putting it quite nicely? Are you impressed?
Oh, that was the one about the breasts isn't swearing, is it?
You could be talking about chicken breasts. Let's say chicken breasts, because then it isn't swearing.
The one that was commenting about
Chicken breasts.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm convinced it's him that's doing the thumbs down.
Yeah, and he's got friends to do it, so don't take offence, take a gate. Well, we have a gate here that I'm kind of...
you forgot to put in.
I forgot to put in. J Loco and Peachy's trains are two female modelers I can think of at the moment, along with Kathy Miller. Well, I've heard of J Loco.
Peaches, I think I think we're subscribed to.
I haven't seen Peaches. I need to look into that then.
I think we are, if I remember right.
Jerry, Rob, you were just discussing puppies a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Bitches, females, dogs.
Yeah, true. Now, on that debate of puppies.
No.
But it's something you always said. I can get my followers here to be on my side, of course.
Apart from Pete.
Apart from Pete, yeah, Pete doesn't like me.
Well, Pete doesn't like you because you've not watched the video yet.
No, I know. But no, guys, funny little story. A while ago, obviously kids and that not happening at the moment. No, just not. But I always said to him, well, you know, he said about a puppy instead. So I said, well, there's your choice, baby or puppy. And obviously he chose puppy, but I'm still puppyless. So followers, do your good.
I'm sure that the people watching really enjoy you airing it, dirty washing them.
What, because I haven't got my puppy?
Yeah. Borrow Andy's.
I was going to say, Andy, it's kind of Andy's fault. I'm blaming Andy for once. He brought puppies into the conversation.
Careful, Andy will go on my side.
Andy will go on your side. Won't help me do the patio.
No, in all seriousness, that video that Pete shared, oh my God, it's so simple.
I think I watched it ages ago. I just haven't
It's the wire in the rope.
Oh yeah, I think I did then.
You can carry on building.
Flymo, if your channel is not for under 18s, then it's fine. Yeah, of course, I never put it for under 18s because I don't trust myself. A burnt side of a lace that cuts burning through it. Well, this is a burnt side. So
in all seriousness, I don't think anybody is, but if anybody is offended by anything said, then please speak up. You won't be hounded out for it.
Do you want these gates open or shut? Gate post glued to the doorway sides with the burnt side of a laser cuts facing through the opening. If you want the gates to open, you need to loosen up the hinge score line with your knife.
I'm thinking closed. There's less chance of them being caught in the...
So just glue it on and...
Yeah.
There we go.
If you're moving it about on the...
Jerry, in your knowledge, I'm assuming this is where we glue them. On that kind of...
Wait for his answer.
Yeah, I am going to wait for his answer. Oh dear. Who do you think said this? I'm the one who's been hounded.
That's Andy.
Yeah, that is. See, Andy, he didn't even need to know and look.
Well, I can't see it from here, can I?
And Pete's just said, Rob, you're getting me into trouble with Grace. Pete, you got yourself into that trouble.
No, excuse me. Pete did not get himself into trouble. You got into trouble by not... I mentioned the video.
You didn't.
I did.
I don't think you did, darling.
I did several times. I said to you to watch.
Oh, so it went from you did to it several times.
Yes. I said you got to watch it. But seriously.
No, we're not on about the trees. On about him becoming a membership or whatever the thing is on YouTube.
I mentioned that as well.
Oh, okay. I bet people wish they could actually see us to see how we work with each other with this.
Just because I've got brain damage.
You do have brain damage, to be fair.
You build your bloody church.
Church and castle. You were going to say castle then.
I was going to say castle.
Super glue plus foam. RIP foam. Oh dear. Oh dear.
What's that?
Super glue and foam. RIP foam.
Yeah, it's a solvent. Why?
Someone's just commented that. They made that mistake. Although, with Rob saying that, Rob kind of forgets that when we were doing the sheds...
the paint.
Yes.
The anti-mold paint.
Yeah, you get anti-mold paint, don't you guys? Onto polystyrene that was...
It made it thinner.
Yeah, so very slowly after a while, that kind of got eaten through. So it's not just you that made that mistake. Is it, dear?
Well, at least there won't be any mold on it.
Ah, you'd have to have...
There's no polystyrene on it now, too.
Oh, exactly. Not much support there, is there? That's all.
That's what I said about keeping them closed.
Oof.
Can you glue them like together down the middle?
I don't know if I put it on the outer or the inner.
Jerry.
Yeah. Oh, G3, it's for back. You do put it to, actually.
You put it on the wrong one.
Yeah, I did put it on the wrong
Oh
one.
my God.
I'm not doing well here, am I? See, guys, always something that goes wrong.
You're hopeless with a capital D.
Yes. I might have to draw on that bit because I have stuffed that up.
You damaged the church.
No. Maybe. Oh, that's a lot. Well, still not an awful lot of support, really. When you think about it.
Glued on the back.
Yeah, look, G3. That's what I've just looked at and thought, oh,
Not on the front of G3.
that is G3 onto the front of G3. So it goes into, that's what I'm saying, of there.
Be patient, maybe Jerry's coming.
Like that. I think I've got that right, Jerry. How the hell were you doing that with them nails? Before I did medical, I was always wearing nails. Funnily enough, longer than this as well. And it's still annoying me. I will be gluing these, as soon as I finish this live, I will be gluing these two on. But it's years and years of wearing them. So... yeah, oh dear, I hope I've not run that too bad. I'm sorry, Rob. It's the linings. But I don't know if pulling it off the other side would do the exact same thing. It's because I glued it first, didn't I? See, guys, it's okay to go wrong. When can we see the running them, the trains running? Well, this is how I stuffed up myself. Rob ordered some more cork. Rob kind of had run out of cork, so we ordered more cork. However, he only decided to do N-gauge cork again. You'd have thought he'd learn once.
So she decided to take the mickey out of me and she stuffed up twice.
Can you not notice that there? I suppose I can always go with a thin line. So.
Yeah.
Do you want me to just pen it in after?
Oh, don't stress.
We're not going to see it that well, are we?
No.
Okay. Take my hat off. Those gates, you can have them open or closed. Looks like no gates, guys. Yeah, it's not going well, is it? But I'm assuming, obviously, that's outwards. That's right. I get this the right way now.
Where are you?
Here on the back, it says, look, it's G3. But is that all you glue with, guys? It just doesn't seem.
Bring it close to the camera.
It just doesn't seem a lot of support. Marion, take care, my lovely. Have one gate closed and the other half open.
Not a bad idea. Gives it a bit of life, doesn't it?
That was Jason popping in again. But because you do have the folds there to actually fold it in.
That's Jason's input as well.
That's what Jason's just said.
No, I mean about the gluing points.
Oh, the glowing points. I don't know if he's going to get it or whether he just popped on. But I'm guessing, guys, it is literally just that tiny bit of support, which kind of worries me. So I'm guessing your score line as well is in here, which is, this is where I could regret having my nails on. So if I put a slight score line in. It's not like you're going to be swinging on them, no. Back against them is for the last 20 minutes. To be fair, Jason, I don't think you've missed that much tonight. It's definitely been more of a chatty one, I think, than much being done. So, I think we're probably at the same stage that we were before. The only thing you might have missed is my great stuff up. Ah, yes, I see there. You've got a slight... Ah, yes. I see the opening there. All right, so let's get this glued on. I said, I do apologise, guys. It's probably just... I do enjoy the chatting aspect sometimes. It's why I like watching other lives, because it's something I don't always get the chance to do is chat. Grace, I've seen you've been working on my patio. Well, did Rob actually send you a picture then, I'm guessing? There's lots to do in the garden, to be honest. But hey, if somebody had bought the right cork, we would have been on that today instead of a patio. So it's kind of his own fault. So there we go, guys. That is that glued in. That's the first one. Now, I have put my pre-cut in that. I don't want to really do it too much. But that can be moved slightly open. Now, I might put a cut through the other one as well, so we can decide after. Person swinging on them, Jerry. Yeah, this is true. See, you could have someone swinging a little model. But yes, I think I'm just going to do a cut in this one as well, just in case we decide to change it. It's going to be a bit harder when it's built, isn't it? So if I put these score lines now, not cut it all the way through. There we go. I've got that slight bend there if I need it. Unfortunately, Jason, we've actually sent it back. But that's really not a bad idea. I don't know how that would actually work in terms of a scale. Would it work? In case he makes that accident ever again. But of course he won't, will he? But I've never thought about that actually, double. Because one thing I found when we'd used the end gauge initially was it literally was the exact fit of the track, of the end gauge track, of the 00 track. So there was no gaps either side. So I don't know how that would work. Yeah, okay, the nails are a bit of a pain tonight. Should have waited until after. Get this straightened up. Here we go. So we finally have our gates the right way. No worries, Jason. See you in a little bit, lovely. So do you think if I go take 2 of gluing it in? Again, I was questioning you guys. It doesn't look too bad here, but I might go in with a marker just to redo those lines. I put marks in both of them, Rob. I've put marks in both of them. So at least we can decide. But I don't know if you want to chat while I just nip to sort myself out for a minute.
Why, what have you done?
What have I done?
Break
No, I just...
else.
No, I've fixed it now. No, what I've done is you've got to put like a slit in there so you can open the gate. So you can bend it. I've actually done it to both, so at least then you can decide which one you want open, whether you want both open. So...
Well, you can have them both open for when the groom runs away and decides not to marry the bride.
Is that what you're going to do at our wedding?
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, okay. Well, at least as long as I can still have a party after.
Any excuse for a...
Oh, what?
I'm not swearing. I've turned the lights blue instead.
Not red light.
Red light. Red light, green light.
I was thinking red light district, but hey ho.
When is that next series coming out?
Oh, with maybe it is. We haven't got Netflix anymore. And yeah, I can't wait to see him either. Once the layout gets done, hopefully that will arrive this week, and hopefully next week's episode will see it all finally running, and then it means I get to head on with scenery as well. So that is the first part of that done, and then literally all we have to do is the roof and then the side walls.
Something else you can break.
Yes, something else I can do wrong. So Rob is going to take over for a minute, guys.
It's not cutting anything though.
Not cutting anything. What do you mean?
I'm not doing anything.
No, I know you chat to people because you're scared of doing the kit. And to be honest, I'm a little bit scared of you doing it as well. Just a little bit.
You think? When's the big day? Well, Pete, my divorce don't come through until I think towards the end of May, so, and I'd like to remain single for, well, not single, she's going to hit me if she hears that. We're going to do it properly, so it's going to be a little while yet. Grace says she's not bothered about registry office, but I think she deserves better than that. Yeah, Brian, I actually, well, you must have remembered the post about doing scenery before rails and all this sort of thing. Hopefully, as Grace says, we've got get the track sorted next week and then start the scenery. I've got a few bits of flexi track being delivered. I think that's my only option to do the last little bit of the inner loop, and the outer loop was completed and was running with the little green loco that's now sadly died, but it was all taken apart to put droppers in, and then that needs to be completed as well. But yeah, we've got some paper, we've got some of the plaster strips. I can't wait to have a mess. I've been having a look online today on YouTube on how to use the plaster strips as well. That looks really fascinating to work with, to be honest. And obviously, again, if anybody's got any suggestions about using the plaster strips after, you know, your own experiences and that, it would be greatly appreciated as always. We won't be doing a tutorial on that one, obviously, because that'll be us learning about it. So bear with, I'm just reading through the comments myself. Yeah, going back to Pete again, yeah, we can't wait as well. We've got we're all closed with the plaster. Oh yeah, it gets that messy, does it? I'll have to dig some crap. Oh, don't swear, Rob. I'll have to dig out some old clothes then, because a lot of my stuff tends to be quite tidy. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it because looking at these ones, and it goes off reasonably quickly, doesn't it, as well, from what I can tell. You've got a bit of time to play with it and smooth it out and everything, but it does, it looks really good. And then got a boiler soap. I used to when I worked on a race circuit. Perhaps I should see if I can get one second hand or something. I'm not going to fork out for a brand new one. Brian, now this one today that I watched, it was like, I don't know, he was 10 seconds or so in the water. Do you reckon that's it, or shorter amount of time? I'd say I'm looking forward to it. It'd be nice to actually start to get things looking like a railway, and we've got a few plans for that. Especially, I think the first thing I'm going to work on is that over and under tunnel cut through, and blend that in and then work on the 2 inclines and hiding them. Going to be doing them with stone walling, but at the same time, I still want it to look sort of semi-natural. Yeah, I've had mine from Amazon as well. I think they worked out to £1, if I remember right, £1.70 for a roll. Just a dip, Pete. So literally in and out sort of thing, not soak it. I think what I'll do is just use one roll, put the rest to one side, use one roll, and just have a play with that and see what mistakes, you know, we end up with that. We'll be filming it, of course. We don't mind filming. Well, you know us, don't you? Warm water, long strips for the first layer, then smaller after that. That's helpful, Paul. Cheers. Oh, bloomin' heck. I didn't realise, Slimer. I said this one this morning, it was in for about 10 seconds. But I do get the thing about cutting it down. Me and you are in the same boat there, Blimey. As I say, we'll film it anyway, because, you know, we're used to filming our mistakes and everything. We don't edit them out. I'd say it's a massive learning. Again, that's going to be the next learning curve, is the scenics. We're going to borrow one of the what the hell's the name of them? The static grass things off John. When we're putting the grass down, and we've got loads of that given to us, so we'll be able to play with that. But yeah, I am looking forward to this plaster bandage. It's a shame I don't know someone in the local A&E who does plaster. Get it for a bit cheaper. Dunk each square one at a time. Yeah, just working in a very, very small area, isn't it? Oh,
You're done.
No, it's all right. I'm fed up with that Adobe Flash Player popping up, so continue to just bear with us. I'm just getting rid of this Flash Player.
Reach your fingers off the laying the plaster. And this lets you smooth it. And 10 seconds far too long, Rob. Just because I can see my fingers.
10 seconds far too long. Right, duly noted. I'm glad I asked you guys that. Right, I'm going to hand you back to Grace's dulcet tones, or annoying tones, I should say. Yeah, Brian, we're not talking Saturday night there.
Why, are you going to put the nails on that I can't use because they're too big for me?
No, he's talking about rubber gloves.
Oh dear.
I'm not sure he's talking about... I think he might be talking about the plaster. I hope he's talking about the plaster.
In medical, we have lots of gloves, don't we?
Oh, cheers, Tony. Very much appreciated, as always, your support. It really is genuinely appreciated. You take care, buddy, and I'll catch you again.
See you later.
Right, I'll pass you back to Grace, guys.
There is a pin on my seat. Guys, he's obviously tried to stab me. Just come back to my chair, and under my cushion is a needle. Oh no, it's not, it's one of my drill bits. Guys, he's trying to stab me here. I've got proof now. He wants to stab me. It's those docile tones, I think. I don't know how you guys put up with it. So back anyway, just putting the roof on, and then we're making the wall, and then that should be it for the night. I'm assuming from knowing the kit well, this is our roof. For some reason it's not labelled. Oh, I always miss one bit. we're going to get our roof sorted. Paul Woods, lovely to see you, lovely. I didn't see you catching in, but I know you're always commenting on our videos, so hello. Unmarked. Ah, it is unmarked on sheet D. I almost said a different word then. I'm sure you guys know where I was going with that. That's one of the words the Italians have problems with, isn't it? So this just sits on top. Weird. Ah, it kind of sits inside. So it rests on the supports inside. I haven't noticed that's come away because my second attempt with gluing. So let's sort that out before. Any ideas as to what I'm building next? Well, we tend to do it as a little surprise for each one. But if you look back at some of our videos, and it is something that we have on our layout already, but it is quite knackered. So it's one of the items we've got donated, but we're thinking it especially for the lighting. I'm not sure you were in at the start when I mentioned it. A lot of the kits now, we are thinking of the castle at some point, but a lot of the kits we are going to look at replacing, mainly for ease of lighting. It's something we thought that, you know, with adding them in, it's going to be a lot harder on kits that are already made, so we're going to redo them, freshen. Some of them should be all right, but one especially that does need a lot of work. It means we can light at the same time as building, now that we have the LED strips as well. So at the moment, that's all I'm going to say. You never know, we might tell our members a little bit early. I think it's members on YouTube and patrons on Patreon. I always forget what they call it on YouTube. I'm not sure if we're going to reveal it on there. Is that we do extra perks for subscribers. It's just our little way of obviously saying thank you. Certain tiers, like on Patreon, some do get early access to the videos. As I said, we can't really do much in the way of extras at the moment. We're hoping to sort competitions out. But just as our little way to thank you, certain things like previews early is something we can provide at the moment. So obviously I might mention that to Robert, whether we will reveal the kits a bit early to members and patrons. But it is something we have on our build already for those eagle-eyed viewers. Just getting this to line up. Because again, this is a tight fit, whether it's because of how I've built it. Too far. There we go. So obviously, when doing a roof, just mind it is quite a tight fit. But again, I see now why Jerry said initially with certain bits as well, to build them the way the instruction says. Obviously, you can get the supports and that built up, but don't attach them too early. Because even putting this roof in is quite tight compared to other kits. Usually you've got a bit of play, but this is definitely right down to the edge. So there is our roof on. Now, it mentions the cross. I have been warned that these are interesting to fit. So again, I have a feeling if they are very interesting, I might leave these for now. Mainly because obviously we're not putting it straight onto the layout yet. So I think it might be a bit safer. I don't know, those of you who recommended it, to wait until we know where it's going, just to make sure. It might be a bit safer that way to keep that one for now. But obviously we will update you guys with a picture. And we have a new member, Paul Woods. Thank you very much. I don't know if Rob has just got that or whether he's gone. I might just go and let him know. So Paul Wood, thank you for becoming a member as well. It's really appreciated. As I said to everyone, you know, we are grateful for everyone's support, everyone's input. Obviously, this little bit more support just enables us to do extra things with layout a bit quicker than we would otherwise. So very welcome, Paul. I will go and let Rob know because I think he is off the chat. Just bear with me, guys. Oh, do I hear footsteps? I don't know. I'm back, guys. I've done that to you a lot this week. So yes, Rob says thank you as well, Paul. He's just obviously getting ready for bed and that, so I'm very grateful. We really truly are. As I said, it's not putting anyone else down. At the end of the day, we've always loved the support, messages, ideas. Just this extra bit of support does help us. Just furthering the layout a bit quicker. So thank you very much, Paul. I kind of let what Rob set this one up, so I don't know how we set this one up. Finison, Brian, are you off, lovely? No night, my love. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just going to have a look at this myself because he's never actually... So it is slightly different. Member shout-outs, we've done that. Now, I might have to go and have a look through this again, guys. I think it needs kind of put the same as Patreon. So at the moment, Patreon, and this is slightly different. On here, we've got no kind of early access from my knowledge. So I will try and sort that one out. Possibly put that to the same tier as Patreon, just so it's the same both sides. Oh, we will enjoy, thank you. I was working on Friday, but we should be back to it. So, as I said, I will take a look at these on here as well, because I don't think Rob has done them slightly different. Or whether we just keep them. So they might change, Paul. It might change what you get. I'll have a word with Rob to make sure they're kind of the same. And obviously, I don't know if I can edit on this. Telling me twice. Let's have a look. I don't think I can edit the thing, but what I can do, Paul, is maybe go back and add you as a member on this. Otherwise, it'll be on the next video, lovely. Oh, I do apologise, guys, tonight. It's been very chatty more than actually doing, hasn't it? Yes, there's 2 of you on here now, isn't it? 2 of you on here and 3 on Patreon. So it's, no one feels lonely anymore. As I said, I don't know if I can add it to this comment, Paul, but I will make sure from future on you are mentioned on them. I just can't edit it on my phone, and obviously Rob's away now, and it's my portraits one signed into the computer, so I can't do anything on that side. Going back across, I am going to leave for now. I think I've already been warned, it is quite finicky. So I'm going to leave that until we know for sure where it's going. Obviously things are still all over at the moment. Now the question is, guys, because it's been a lot of chat, do you think I should leave a wall for the next one or get it finished tonight? I know we are quite late on, because I've been gas bagging as a typical woman. So what do people think? Shall we continue? Or shall I leave it for another live, guys? Oh, they split up. I think I might need a new blade by the sound of this as well. I don't think I can quite go on for 7 hours. That's I'll be saying very good morning to people at that time. I broke my cross grace, but easy fix. Yeah, I think I might be safer. You were going to do my nails. Oh, my nails won't take long. It's literally, as I said, it's stick on. I could probably stick it on while I'm here with you guys. It's that quick, but yeah, I know nails probably aren't that interesting to you guys. Oh, you've got a lot. Let's come off with that. So let's see which this one goes. This is literally the end. So what I could do is just one side, so I'm not boring you guys. Cod glue nails. Not sure it would work as well. I don't know. I wouldn't say I've got any nicks. That's obviously the dirt from me gluing. I have a habit of using it and it gets quite dirty. So I think it might just be a need to clean, to be honest. I'm not seeing any nicks. I did use this scalpel when I was wallpaper, and not this blade, but this scalpel. And oh yes, they did take a battering for sure. No, I think we're still good. I think I just need to give it a bit of a clean. So, glue the 2 inner walls W2 together. And then attach walls on either side to keep all the outers flush. Right. That's simple enough. This is me we're talking about though. So you've got your 2 inner walls here, your strengtheners. And then you've got your outer walls, obviously of a pattern to go on together. I'm going to tidy up that bottom though, because that's, as I said, for some reason, watch out with this kit, guys. Unless you've got the older version. I might drop Metcalfe a message, because I'm just finding it's not cut as well on this one compared to all the other kits I've done. I've not really had to do tidy ups like this before. Now I do get nothing's always perfect. Maybe their blades needed sharpening. Right, let's go and get these stuck together. together. Yeah, we've actually found as well the same wall, so we can make it like a rounded wall. Because that was our only concern when it came to building it. And we were debating getting the church at first. Because we thought to ourselves, well, if you can't extend the wall, but they do the pattern, I think. So we can like build a wall around it. So there will be, as I said, I might just do one side for you guys. So you're not watching the same thing, and finish it off and obviously post a picture. Those press-on blades aren't easy to sharpen. To be honest, I don't tend to sharpen them. I have a pack here ready just to swap the blades out. For me, it's a lot easier than trying to sharpen. Because as well, I found out wallpapering and that certain pressure you pass on it, you can easily break it. A blade will just snap. So I would probably leave the safer. But if someone wants to sharpen them, go ahead. But I think your safest your safest bet is just guessing a pack of the blades. I'm lucky. I'm not sure how much they cost. I don't actually pay for mine. I am lucky in that retrospect. So I suppose if they are a ridiculous price, you might want to change them, but oh, there we go. Give that a bit of glue there. You can see I'm still getting used to these now sometimes. Oh, the blades are cheap, then yeah, right, I would definitely recommend just buying new then. Oh, Sydney, you take care, lovely. Thank you very much for being a patron as well. Oh, yeah, animals. Do you have a little farm there? Take care, lovely, and thank you for tuning in. You know, it's always surprised me how you guys are happy to stay and watch me doing this for so long. But I think it's hugely down to that community thing. I never mean to go on for as long as I do. I suppose I'm just being a typical woman. Gas bagging on. Right, so that's the final side. Feckle Welsh on. Ah, right. So that's all I am, eh? Second best. You should never tell a woman she's second best, Jerry. Do I see Sydney's going? Oh, yeah. I think I've already said. I'm just... Right, so that is done. Not typical. It's good to talk. Yeah, I agree, Andy. It's definitely good to talk. So that is obviously going here. Obviously, duh. Freeze-dried water and fold around. Ah, so we've got another one of those. Where do I just put it out? Just put it out the way. And unlike our confusion on the top, we do have a large and two small stone strips there. Ooh, you know what I'm like with stone strips, guys. I think these are the strips that go across. So our church wall ends, again, these are the ones that wrap round. Jerry, is it like last time with a fit, or do these just literally fit round? Yeah, they just wrap around. It's only because the last time I did make that slight mistake of wrapping around, I think, tightly when it should have been loosely. Nice community, a couple of channels I subscribe to but don't do lives on them. Well, it's appreciated, Jerry. So I'm going to do my folds now. One time I could use a long nail. So you guys, long nails do sometimes come in handy. So this will fit in here. Like Jerry said, it's kind of an exact fit. So I'm going to go ahead and get it all glued up. Not with that glue. No, not at the top. Oh no, it is at the top on this. Let's get this one attached on. So again, I would pop it on the floor just for your lining up. And then just firmly press to get it, make sure it's all stuck together. Just all round, and because it was on the flat surface, it should all be lined up. Ta-da! I didn't go wrong. No, I shouldn't have said that before I'd finished up. Right, so it's also saying to fit this top stone strip first, and then your ones on top. Top end stone, so that is not for there, those for in a minute. Oh, and there we go. So you've got your two sets of top stone strips. You've got your long and your short. Let's see if I can cut this so I'm not taking both off, because usually with me I do. And then I've got to make sure I can find them. Oh. Oh, have we done it? Might have done it, guys. There we go. I've got those two kept on their safe. I think I might use the tweezers for this bit though. I know, I honestly can't wait to see the trains in action. I'm dying to see them. It's just been funny that every time I've gone to be able to be in the shed, something's happened, so I've not got on for a while. So it does say fit this top stone first. Guessing that's just again for your fit of everything. Again, it's a very tight fit with these. I've noticed I always try and, I suppose, a trial run as such before I glue it down, just to make sure, because this is where I did a boo-boo before. If you guys will remember from the previous live, I'd used the two of the same kind of side, because it was like a repeated pattern. So I get that stuck on. There we go. Just got to make sure that's right up at the edge without pulling it off. There we go. That is now on top. Yeah, that's one thing. Oh, Andy, are you going live on Sunday? One thing I have just looked after going on the picture as well of these stones, the shorter one is towards the end every week. Oh, Andy, you know what? I never realised. See, this is how bad I am. I never realised. This is, as I said, I'm awful for going on my phone. You'd think me being a younger generation, I'd be like, phone, 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 but I try to avoid it like the plague, to be honest. Honestly, Rob does have to bug me sometimes because poor John, he's talked to us and I've just not even replied to him. Just being, that being said, I don't know if Rob knows either, because usually we get it on the telly. Like when Jason was live, we get it on the telly and watch it. So I will make sure I say it to him, just in case he doesn't. Or thereabouts, 1 PM usually. Ah, well, obviously this might be the weekend we might not catch it. What's it being at John's, and we do have a few things planned. But if we are around, I will be sure to make sure I get us catching in. And if it won't be this week, then obviously we would definitely try for next week. So we've got this built. Now capping stones, the middle one first, a little stone at the bottom, and then your other stones. So your other stones, clearly there is obviously other stones. Oh, I'm doing it again, guys. Oh, don't you come off. There we go. See, I'm not going to pretend that I know some of these names, because I'm still getting there with the terminology, and locos especially. That's all I've known as like Rob's HSTs. I'm sure as time goes on, though, I will learn all the different terminology and different locos and things. I'm definitely a novice at this point. But it's definitely something I do want to learn. Oh, the blade. So all good on the blade catches something unless on the scalpel. Yeah, it's just a bit of tidy up, but obviously these nails are a bit long for that. But the tweezers to hold it, so. And flicking them everywhere with the tweezers. But yeah, as I said, I have found this kit has been one of the worst for it. In terms of this happening quite a bit. It could just be me, either way I'm cutting it, I'm not sure. So I'm not going to, you know, say for sure that it's... Oh, that's way too much glue. Oh, well, just going to have to go for it, I suppose. And Jerry, I saw, thank you, lovely. Just making sure I'm doing it right. Because let's be honest, can I be trusted? Big stone on the bottom and little one on top. I'd say I've done that pretty straight on as well. Pretty in the middle. That was pure fluke. You said it the opposite. See, actually, yeah, I get that. It is appreciated. As I said, it's like with everyone's comments. We've always appreciated people's inputs because, let's be honest, I kind of have a track record when it comes to kit making, don't I? There we go, guys. So that's the smoothest it's ever gone. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe I've got a temperature. Then let's be honest, it is only a small part to build. Except it's not quite in the middle. It is, but it doesn't look it is. It's a bit weird. There we go, guys. And anybody check out Hot Dog Pilot Andy's YouTube. He's been with us since, well, you've been with us since the start, haven't you, Andy? I think. You were like one of the first. I'm pretty sure, especially the lives, if I remember. But only realising myself tonight that Andy did lives as well on Sunday. So check him out, usually about 1 PM. Andy, do you tend to update people or leave it like I try to and then end up being late? Do you tend to put a kind of time if you know you're going live? Do you give a little bit of a warning or? So again, what do you guys think to gluing this together? Do you think, again, with us not having a permanent place for it at the moment, do you think it's better to leave these not attached? Or do you think it will be okay attached? Just obviously you see the state of my farm, how it's been sometimes, obviously just the way it goes. But do you guys think it would be safer to wait to attach it when it has its permanent home? Or do you think I should glue it together? What do you guys think? We'll bow down to the experience of you guys. Ah, you did. And you didn't find it went anywhere there, I'm guessing. Just helps see more. Oh, I need a third person. That's the hardest thing when two different people say different things. And then leave it till you've got all the surfaces. Right, that's my 2 against 1. Sorry, Jerry, you've been outnumbered. Oh, guys, I'm just going to attach this now. It is, to be honest, these new builds Rob is being very, very careful with, to be fair. And so am I. The farm has taken a bit of a beating, but I think Rob knows I plan to do a little bit more with the farm and possibly completely change it. Because this is me we're talking about, so I'm just going to get this attached. Try and get it lined up with the seam, as people have said it does hide the seam. That worked, didn't it? Just trying to keep it on a flat surface, which, because of how things are, the desk are, I wouldn't say all points are flat. Here we go. Might have to re-glue that. I'm not confident in how that went. No, it's not fully glued, has it? So I think I might wait on that one. Oh, that's a point as well, yeah, if I want to angle it. That's very true. I don't know what Rob wants with that. It's kind of farm he's leaving to me, but it is. But I suppose, yeah, if you wanted it slightly angled, especially if it's front facing. Yeah, it's going to go on me now. Shouldn't have moved it. Why did I move it, guys? I'm afraid you're at a slightly angle here, but without it going piton. I suppose what we could do if we decide, I don't know, again, experience of other people. That needs gluing down there as well. Is you can put it at an angle, and because it's behind, you won't be seeing, because for church, I think we're planning to have a bit of an angle. So picture it like this, maybe. I think. Oh, hey guys. I I'm sorry you had to see that ugly face this time of night. No. Oh. Anyone else get fed up with how holders work sometimes? It doesn't want to work, does it? It just doesn't like lower angles for some reason, guys. I have no idea why. I might have to... No, it's behaving for now. So, picture this, guys. I think this is the side he said it is. So, obviously, I think this is going to be angled anyway. We did show you where it was going. I think, if I remember, it's this kind of an angle. So, I suppose that does give us scope with this to either have it as a straight wall, or it does give you that luxury to angle it, doesn't it? Although you can't see that. Obviously, imagine there's a bit of a gap for your graveyard and that, but you do get that. And it can't be seen behind, can it? And yes, Flyma, I suppose if buildings chirp, the ground all gets built last. That's very true. But yeah, so I have a few bits to finish now with this. Why does it have walls anyway? Those inside ain't coming out, and those outside I want to get in. That is very true. Although I think some have sheep going for grass cutting, don't they? So the only things that are left to do now is the other side wall. I'm quite happy with how that went. You've got, obviously, the door is being attached. We only have one buttress at the moment. That, again, I didn't want to bore you guys with it. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of repeating just so people don't get bored. Especially if people are watching it for a tutorial. Obviously, we have the amazing lighting. If anybody wants to look back at that, I think it was about 40 minutes in. I think Rob got it, that we did actually a temporary kind of light up with it. Deciding we might need more lights, but seeing it tonight, it doesn't look as bad. So again, it's still kind of in the works. Obviously, the cross, we've been told, is easily damaged. So again, until it goes on its permanent home, I think it will stay there. You also have the sign, which again, doesn't actually show you that. A signpost to do up. So there's a few fiddly little bits. But again, these fiddly bits I am half tempted to leave until yeah, just leave them until it comes to its final home. But of course we will update you guys with the full picture. There's definitely the idea of the graveyard there. That is definitely happening. That's why we've left some room in between for the graveyard to go. So don't worry, guys, a graveyard has been had, and a bit of kit bashing. I have kept my bit from it to use them. And I've noticed a few different kits as well, especially when we went round the shop. Just to... They've got some lovely kits in there as well. I've seen whether it's going to be a wedding or a funeral scene. I'm not sure. Wedding's a bit happier, but funerals do happen. Not quite sure which we're doing there with that. But I suppose it will all come in time, won't it? It would be great. I'm just wondering as well, because I noticed talking to Jason, he had the... Oh, Raymond, take care, my lovely. Thank you for joining in. We actually noticed he had the older kit. I didn't even realise this one was actually a remake as such. There is differences, which was very interesting. Jason sent me the pictures actually with them differences. And for me, it was pretty interesting to look at, really. Again, I think they've added certain things for more structure. So it would be interesting if who's got the newer kit and who's got the older kit. I think this was, what year? Well, it doesn't have the year on it. 2008, I think this one was made. So if anyone still has the instructions as well, it would certainly be interesting to know what year your instructions are of the older kit. And whether they have updated the year. And it's just interesting, isn't it? Probably boring by that, but I like the kind of interesting bits to know what they've done to change things. So, a house fire and a car crash. Funny you say that, Jerry. Don't know about a house fire, but we do have a scene involving the fire station, obviously. Get some older kits or some kits I was given, but no Metcalfe kits. Oh, it's interesting. We have seen other kits, and you never know, it might be something we try. Just a lot of the kits we were given were Metcalfe. I think, to be honest, all of them might be Metcalfe. I'm not entirely sure. But just for writing on them and things, looks very much the Metcalfe font that they use, especially on the older sets. I know some of them, I think, are discontinued now, unfortunately. We are with the vicar with the congregation greeting them. No, that's not a bad thing either. Sunday services do happen and all. So I hope people do have a lovely week ahead. Well, weekend, isn't it, with the bank holiday on Monday, which we're all getting another bank holiday, which is nice. I think we will definitely not be working because we aren't here on Monday. So if anyone's got any nice plans, or whether everyone is using the bank holiday as an excuse to be able to get time in the shed, just don't do a rob and order the wrong gauge cork. And he'd kill me probably if he was still watching and knew that I'd said that. You watch Pete, go and tell him I've said that. I think Pete is definitely a supporter of Rob for sure. I am just kidding, of course. We do love the banter with you guys. A screaming lord such. Oh, pardon me, I've got hiccups. Yeah, Flymo, we've definitely looked at that. I can't show it, obviously, because it's on the phone that I'm streaming from. The model show, or the toy fair we went to in Llangefni, funnily enough, you said that, did have flashing lights and things. And what I actually liked about it, possibly could have coloured it, but again, it's everyone's, theirs is their own. But they actually use the power lines, the wiring. This is the non-technical person saying this here. But they'd actually use the wires. So anybody, the dumb person here, these wires, they'd actually use them over white, and they'd used them as hoses. It was a fire scene, so to be honest, it was just brilliant, and it got the vehicle flashing. I don't know how it goes about lighting up a vehicle or anything like that. He used it as horses. Or horses, hoses. Yeah, definitely. I think it's a brilliant idea, and it's a great way to hide it, isn't it? I don't know what colour hoses actually are. I think, are they black or yellow? I'm questioning myself now. But I do think the fire station and that is definitely going to involve electrics. Our only thought we've had about the fire station was with lighting it up is the only, not problem we've come across, but with the kit being built already, is where the building bits are to light, we could cut into it, but because they're quite big windows, it would look probably a bit, a bit blank. Nothing going on the scene as such. So I'm not sure what the exact plans are with that. Again, we shall see as it develops. We will, of course, keep you guys interested. Interested, informed. You know what I mean. I think it's getting late now. But yeah, we definitely do have a lot of plans. I think now Rob's had to play with the lights and, you know, starting to get there with the LED strips, especially now he's made a couple of them. And I think especially once we've done the lighting with the first kit, the rest will come. And as I'm building them, like this new one we've got in plan, we've already got ideas for that, of the lighting for it. So I was looking at cork. Yeah, Flymo. Just make sure it's double O. Flashing blue LEDs. Yeah, we've not really looked at any other LEDs yet. I know you can get ones with different lights as well. I think Rob said was the ones we've got a cool yellow or something. I think that was the tone he said that we've got with these. But again, it's really not my thing. Because something as well, I'm sure it was John that told us that with the different LED bulbs is also different voltages. I could be wrong. No, I know we don't have to light it up at all. I think for us it's just something we want to, especially the fire stuff, with them being so important towards the kit. I do think we just want to make it that bit more realistic, and Rob likes his lights and his electronics, and let's be honest, who doesn't like flashing lights? So but anyway, guys, I think for this evening I will leave you to it, not bore you with any more build. As I said, I will update you. You never know, by the time it comes to updating this, we might even be in the shed doing live, with it getting a lot warmer. We have been talking about getting into the shed maybe for some of my lives. That way as well for Mam, it's more fair to her. You know, she is very considerate when I'm on my lives. You obviously have to walk through, as you've heard. So I'm thinking as it gets warmer, possibly getting out into the shed a bit more. The only problem is we have no stools at the moment. So that is on the list at some point, is to get some stools, because with the building kits, I think sitting down might be a bit easier for me. So never know, as the summer goes, it could be doing these finishing touches onto the actual scene itself. And then obviously as we get to winter again, it will be definitely inside. And that will be harder then, because a lot more of the kit will be built up. So get the street lamps. We do actually have a couple of lights we've bought. I think, did we show you guys on the first episode of this build? I'm sure it was the first one. Lights that we have got. I don't want to give it away if we haven't. But I'm pretty sure we got lights and we showed you them, didn't we? I kind of don't want us to do it and ruin the surprise in case we didn't. But we have bought a few actual light fittings as such. As I said, I can't remember if we told you or didn't, so I'd hate to like spoil a little surprise if we didn't tell you. I know it was a debate of ours. So I honestly can't remember if we did or we didn't. But you will see eventually when Rob gets them all sorted out. I'm not sure if this is him coming or man. What's the dog anyway? Hello. Hey, Dan. Sorry guys, just the doggy saying hello. As she does. Hello.
Jesus, what's the reason for that?
No, I'm just finishing up now.
Come on,
You go with mummy. Go wee wees.
she better not we shout.
She's fine in here for a minute, Angie. But yeah, anyway, guys, I think like she's right. I am going to look at heading off now. And oh yes, the tail was definitely wagging. She's definitely a wagger, bless her. It's funny, I'm surprised she's not doing it now when she's in the kitchen with a drink. You also hear her tail on the radiator. Bang, bang, bang. She's definitely one for always waggy tail. Great news, guys, they're all done, so I'm more even. While we were just chatting there. But yes, thank you all for tuning in. Obviously, won't be alive on Saturday. Definitely not a kit building live anyway. Something else might be, but obviously that's between more than one person to decide on that live. So that one we will let you guys know. But if not, we will try and get back to live next week. So everyone from me, I wish you all well. I hope you have a lovely weekend, whether it's coronation celebrations or just celebrating anyway, just in the train. So thank you all. Also, big thank you to Paul, our newest subscribe. I will get this right. Newest membership or whatever it is on YouTube. Paul, again, thank you very much. Thank you to all our other members. Delph is over here on YouTube as well, and then we've got Tim, William and Sydney over on Patreon. So a big thank you to those guys for their extra support as well. As we've said, any of the extra support will just be going into the layout, so thank you all, guys.
So you have a big cigarette, can I have a small one?
Hold on, I'll just be in a sec, yeah.
Can I have, instead of me having a small with a big cigarette, can I have a
Yeah,
small
yeah, yeah.
one? Thank you.
I'll be in a minute anyway.
No, you're not coming.
So yeah, guys, I will catch you all later. And yes, that was for Doggy. She was saying goodnight as well, I think, guys. Yes, duty calls, that's definitely true. I think that's right, Jerry. So I definitely think it's my time to head off. And I will see you all later. Been on YouTube from the start. What do you mean, Delph? Literally, did you join it as soon as we started it then? And said, Robert, the link wasn't up for ages. But it is appreciated. And obviously everybody that's been here from the start as well, with us on our journey. And the people that have joined us since, and to our new YouTubers tonight. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to keep an eye on people as they're leaving, just so I don't end the stream too early. I honestly hate the thought of cutting people off. So I will keep an eye on people dropping out, so I won't take offence. The live is still on, but it's mainly so I don't cut people off. So good night from me, everyone. Take care. And next time you see me, these will be off. Night, everyone. You take care. Oh, guys, I've just had a point just looking here. The tabs off my nails. I'm wondering if there's something. I notice on the train stations you get your little signs. Obviously you have to measure them up, but if anybody knows the signs for these, the size, let me know. I've just thought these might make great little signs. Take care, guys. I'm actually going now. Night.